What?
No, the mic, you mean? Okay, there we go. We're on camera. Just making it happen.
My face is...
As usual, the comedians are on time and Jimmy's late because he's over there somewhere. But, okay.
You're going to talk right through the intro. Right through the intro. Look, we cut that out. God damn.
I don't know what the intros are.
Yeah, I try to tell them before we get started. Don't talk.
Tell comedians not to talk. Right.
Yeah, we don't talk.
That's going to work.
Because
Give us something to eat if you want us not to talk.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Yes, this is our mascot. People's Mike.
That's right.
You're so judgy.
Me?
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, welcome to another episode of People's Mike. I am Jimmy Peoples. Introduce yourself.
What's up, Natalie Kim?
Natalie motherfucking Kim.
I'm Yoni Downs.
Yoni Downs.
What's up?
Hi. And watch him not talk now. Watch him be super quiet.
So where are you from, Yoni?
See, that didn't work. Little short version, I was born in Israel, raised in the Midwest, Oklahoma and
Oh,
Minnesota.
that would have been awesome for...
So,
Israel,
yeah.
Minnesota.
No, movie.
Yeah. I was a little Israeli kid in Oklahoma, and then I was a little Oklahoma boy in Minnesota. That's kind of what happened. So, we moved a couple times, and then I went to college in Chicago, and then I had some friends that moved to Brooklyn, and I was like, Brooklyn's cool, and then I moved here. And then I met this German woman, and I moved to Germany for 2.5 years, and then I moved back to New York once we broke up. So that's the whole 33 years.
How long were you in Germany?
2.5 years. Yeah. I try to keep it as brief as possible.
Is it hot?
Ein bisschen, ja. Also, ja. Nicht
Ja.
nicht total, ja. Ich bin Deutsch.
Ich spreche nie Deutsch. That's all I know.
That's almost German.
Almost? That's level 1 Pimsburg.
Class is yours.
Good job.
Schrash is hot.
That's all it is.
Yo, I said something.
That almost sounded, Chinese. When I made fun of you, that almost ended up sounding Chinese.
I'm not Chinese.
No, you're not, but when I did it.
Where are you from?
And we've come full circle.
You say you're not Chinese? Korean, right?
Yes.
Adopted
Yes.
by white people.
Word.
I was at a show the other week, and it was a bunch of Asian girls, right?
Oh, adopted?
No. And then I was like, which one gets adopted? It was like, we ain't adopted, and
They
they
don't
had
like that.
attitude.
No. We're like
But then-
second-class citizens.
Yeah, then one was sitting in the corner, and I was like, there's always one that's adopted. She was like, me! I was like, see? She was like, no, I missed that part. She was like, see, I was right. And they were like, oh, bitch. And they gave her, they were like ice grilling her the whole time. And I was like,
No,
she's
they
like,
were. They ignored her.
yeah.
Didn't give her the credibility of
No,
being
but she was
recognized.
cute. She was fun.
Most adoptees are.
Yeah, because she's westernized, right? You feel you're more westernized. What is the wow?
I think maybe you can
No?
like ask a question about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people. That's
what I
the
said.
problem.
Good. I said
Mostly westernized, right? Like.
adopted
In
kids
terms of being
are-
fun, because they're westernized. That's what the whole moment was.
Yes.
You said she's fun, I think.
Yeah, she was fun.
Or you could say like,
Or you
hey,
said
so
she's fun.
what's an experience being a black man in America?
I don't
It
know.
must be like really easy.
Is that
right?
what it sounded like I said?
No, not at all. It's
Right.
It's more
Because
in the
African Americans
conversation.
are like westernized fun versions of Africans, right?
What? I'm so confused. Yeah.
It's like a fun
It's a
I'm
fun
actually adding
Africa.
to
That is, yeah.
and you know, take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's more like I think everyone is making assumptions about everyone, and even if it's very subtle and granular,
Yeah.
Sure.
then I just like to think of that. And I don't, people don't like it. Like sometimes people are like me, haha, that's not how I speak.
Uh-huh.
They're just like, oh,
They assume.
they assume. And so like, anytime anyone says to me, like,
Because
oh,
people on the outside, there's no cheat code to know where you're from without asking. So we say stupid shit.
right.
Well, that's what I
Right.
think the real offense is stupidity. It's not about the ethnicity. It's like you didn't put any thought into your comment.
Right, you just see someone
That's
as a block.
offensive.
You just
Yeah,
see someone
absolutely.
as
Assume
that
it's-
tiki thing.
Yeah.
That's when you see the person as,
Right.
and then you're gonna say it instead
What
of being
would you associate with that? With
Hawaii,
whatever that person is.
Hawaii,
Yeah.
autos,
Yeah.
comics, desperate
Yeah.
people.
So if it was like a guy who looked Hawaiian, we'd be like, shrugging head because we don't know.
I don't know anything
No?
about
Has
you.
anybody ever thought you were Hawaiian?
No.
Is that where you were going? Okay, that's where you were going with that.
No, what I'm saying is I just want to begin I would try really hard
Yeah.
to go against my.
Assuming it's so easy.
It is.
Right.
It's so fun.
Everyone
I
thinks
was like,
it's
oh,
smart.
you're what I think you are.
Yeah.
That's why. Anyway.
Okay.
Right.
So,
We're gonna clean this up. We'll bring it back.
yeah, we're bringing it back. I didn't mean to like make you feel bad. I do it all the time.
Yeah. Because you're tough. Whatever.
What, tough?
You are
Okay,
tough.
anyway, moving on.
But I feel, yeah, you are. You gotta be.
What are you talking
No.
about? I'm like a ball of like jelly marshmallows or whatever. I'm not
That's what
at
you
all
think you are.
tough.
Is that a stereotype kind of thing? I don't understand what that means. Ball of jelly. What is that?
It's just gelatinous, like always moving. Hey,
Oh,
what's
okay.
up?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm totally. I just came from a protest. It's been a little bit.
Oh, yes, protest energy.
Yeah, so there's like
You ready to go? You ready? You're in defense.
I don't protest actually. They were lawyers,
You-
Legal Aid Society, UAW.
At NYU?
Yeah,
What was it?
fully square right in front of the Supreme Court. And they were protesting Kavanaugh. It was dope.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to get political, but
Right.
No.
Well, it's just like, I never imagined that during a hearing like that, sorry, I just tickled you. It was exciting. Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Peoples.
That's
And
why I want
his
that
name.
thing when I'm with the girls. Like, don't touch my legs.
sorry, I touched you.
Yeah, so you can tell everybody's fine. The legs are super
What
sensitive.
kind of a straight pet peeve is that?
Huh?
Excuse me, cisgender pet peeve.
No. Like, well, you don't
Okay,
get to
okay.
it.
Anyway.
I have nerve damage and my legs are sensitive.
Okay. No, I just didn't imagine that in a hearing that we'd hear the nominee say, I like beer. I was like, where are we?
Did you?
I didn't
Have
understand
you?
that, like, if you're at that point, it's like, that's what you say to your mom when she's like, how many beers do you regularly have?
Oh, like
And you're
beer.
trying to, like, give something up so that it makes it seem more honest,
Yeah.
that you do it at all, because obviously you're not a saint.
Yeah.
Do you know what that, like, when my dad first asked me if I smoked weed when I was, like, 16, I was like, I have. I was trying to make myself seem credible,
Yeah.
so it didn't look like I smoked it all the time. Like, I'm aware of doing it. So Kavanaugh's in that hearing saying basically, I enjoy beer, of course I do. And on the one hand, of course everybody does. He's appealing to the masses.
So what was the problem with him? Why was it such a big deal for him
It's a
to keep that secret?
Supreme Court hearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For him to say that, it's
He
like,
brought it up and they brought it up.
they brought up his binge drinking in college,
Okay.
and I drank like crazy in college. You know what I mean? And so I think, on the one hand, what are you pointing at her for?
Grab a chair. That's the
Esther.
grab a chair.
Oh, okay. How come he didn't get invited to that?
Yeah, why didn't you?
Because
That's what.
I already pre-booked him and he just walked in and I love Doug Brady, but
Oh, she's supposed to be on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man,
Okay, I
our
didn't
fashion's
know.
way later.
it's supposed to be them two. It was them two.
Do you need me to scoot over a bit? I've got some
No, you're
space.
good.
I'm
We're
still in
good. We're
camera.
good. We're
I don't want to have to touch
We're
your
good.
back.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay, finish this up. It's not a great point. I'm just gonna say I didn't imagine hearing a guy saying I like beer in a hearing about. Okay.
What did she say? What did you say?
It's why I pass at her. We're
Sexy.
each other.
This is a sexy podcast. It's probably the top.
We'll have to start flirting with each other to
Yes,
match that.
yes. Don't touch me.
Okay. I'll make it all.
What was the most fun thing you did this week?
You go ahead.
Me? I was on set for FBI,
Oh, nice.
and I get some feature background or whatever. And I was so coming to the mic, it's mostly dudes, and so.
Is that true?
A lot of
Is it?
times, yeah. Look at the list. But they booked all mostly female for the FBI open, and it was just me.
Oh.
So it's me and all women.
And they're all
that's
talking
great.
about how you good at agent.
Yeah.
And like,
So are you sag?
Are
And
you you gotta get your headshots done there.
Yes.
That's interesting. I'm like, what is the casting office thinking when they
I
put
did-
one black man with
Yeah.
a shit ton of women?
Shit ton of women.
But that wasn't.
Are they
And
looking?
everybody looked up and it was
This is
like, yeah, they're all
for-
hot, like FBI.
And then it's like,
And it was
the
like-
beat is like the rape beat.
It was really, they were like,
Yeah,
And they're like, what the
That's
fucking
what
fuck
it
is
is, yeah.
asshole?
it was just
And this
me,
is
and then-
one man who's
Yeah,
like, I
what's
am the
wrong with my
asshole.
play?
They were like,
Yeah.
they were like, you do look
Actually,
like FBI.
you're gonna eventually you can get a
Wait, is
a
this
role
a
like that.
Because
It's
I'm,
me.
where my desk is, they always walk in. So I was on the pilot, and I'm the first guy you see on
Look
the
at him.
pilot.
I mean, how could he not
And
be
they
on a
come
TV
in,
show?
yeah.
man?
So you're going like, this is the rape beat, and behind you, we're like, yeah! And all of them
Yeah, they
are
start
like,
saying weird shit
Who
like,
the
okay,
fuck
make a
kill
scary
you?
face. Make a face like you've had a horrible
Yeah, I
life.
had to look comfortable. No, I'm a safe black guy. Just safe.
Like, you got any buckshots? Send them our way.
You don't
it
want
was
to
fun.
say one
I try hard. I try really hard
Don't-
just to hold this up.
Don't worry
So,
about it.
I need glasses. That's what it is.
I got cast as a hipster in a commercial, and I wore almost all my own clothes.
Yeah, I can
I
see
hate
In
that.
a
that word.
commercial.
That word is
You hate the word
so-
hipster?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just dorky. I don't know. Like people say like, oh,
Like
so
edgy.
so hip.
Are
Yeah,
you
like
worried
it's
that
trying
it's
to
vague?
be
Quirky, oh my god.
Is it because it's vague and it doesn't really, is it the same thing as like, you know, we're talking about not grouping people
Yeah, yeah,
together
yeah.
in an intelligent
I
way?
envision how white people listen to hip hop.
That's-
I thought they took, it was white people who listen to hip hop. That's what
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Right.
When I first heard it, it was like, yeah, it's hip hop, and then we're listening to
hipster.
it. Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, white people do listen to hip hop.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some hipsters.
That makes them
I
hipsters.
always just associate it with serial killers.
White people listen to hip hop or serial killers?
Like really like listening to it. Oh my god.
If they make that face.
Young white guys. You ever see Andrew
I'm
Harms?
sorry, I didn't mean to touch you that.
Yeah.
And do you listen to hip hop?
I like.
You have sex to hip hop?
I don't have
Feels
sex
cool.
to hip hop.
Do you have sex to hip hop?
Yeah.
R&B.
Yes.
man.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hip-hop.
Yeah.
That's silent.
And I have.
Yes.
But I listen to it.
I had sex at a club to Juvenile.
In the bathroom
Oh,
of the
wow.
club?
Jimmy.
No, on the main floor.
But that's
What?
different. That's
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 college.
college.
Oh, okay.
No. That's why it's absolutely a kid out there.
Yeah. There has to be a kid who's what?
Huh? Just walking around like, where's my dad?
Where's my
Yeah, yeah, you're my dad. I'm on the way for that. There has to be. At least
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
There's definitely none on my end.
No?
No, I'm not
But we're
impregnating
not gonna
anybody.
have that problem.
What?
Because we fucking give birth to it, we know.
I
Right.
know.
You can't forget that you gave birth and
Yeah,
have like a
that's the-
C-section right here.
You
Yeah,
can't.
where does the scar come from?
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
There are stories of women who didn't know they were pregnant.
I know.
though.
I can't
That's
They
understand
crazy.
do have that story.
Yeah.
But you know when you gave birth though. There's no way you can't not.
Yeah, when you give birth.
It's like,
you
oh,
do.
yeah, dude.
That's
Sorry,
shit,
that
man.
big shit.
Or
It's
it's
just
really
good
big
as
shit.
slumber.
Dude, there's women I've seen that where
And
I've
they-
got that in
They just
person.
look down.
Everyone's like,
and
oh,
talk
that was a
some
hard
shit.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's clogged up.
That's not paying attention on a really high level.
Yes. Not in tune with your body.
What,
Right.
what,
No
what was
way.
the question? What fun
We
thing
didn't really
happened?
fully introduce everyone. We didn't really
Ah.
have to go through. You know.
You introduced you.
We didn't even
Introduce
get
yourself.
to Natalie. We didn't get to
Hi,
her.
I'm Esther Chen. Hi. And she's from Taiwan. Yo, I didn't know that. I'm Natalie Kim. But yeah, I was,
No. Well, how?
why would I know that? Like I just tell you I learned that. Anyway,
Where'd you
Just
come
so
from?
we were just-
California?
I didn't think anything actually.
So here's my question now. All right, you don't know where she's from. How do you find out
Because she said it on stand up.
without her saying?
I would not have known.
You wouldn't ask.
Oh yeah.
You so. How,
I'm one of those people who can play a spy. I'm very like generic
Yes.
American a little bit.
Spy.
Yeah, because you can't really tell exactly what my roots are.
But her mom
Yeah, I can
actually
see that.
taught English in Taiwan, and she. Yeah, tell us story.
Yeah, I learned it in my mom's school. I learned English.
English.
Oh, okay.
She, yeah.
You like that?
I know it's so awesome.
So it's like an accent that's like, I mean, we had teachers from everywhere. We weren't just like, oh, we only hire Americans. We certainly had like Australians, New Zealand
That's
teachers.
confusing for the students.
But it wasn't for me though. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I just know because I did some volunteer English teaching once, which was ridiculous. That's probably why nobody learned anything. But the other teacher was Scottish, and so I was saying Sunday, and she
God.
was saying Sunday.
Yeah, Scottish.
And the kids were 5, and they were like,
That's how you learn.
yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I'm like, you know, and then I'm saying Sunday on a Sunday, and
Well, I
they're
think
like, no, it's
like our
both English.
system of teaching pronunciation is the system itself is quite American. So when they teach you to
Okay,
pronounce
yeah.
something, it is. And I think if they're, I mean, I don't really know I don't know the details as to how they train teachers, but I think when they follow that system, they're taught
Right.
to train the kids phonics in a certain way.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
gives
Not
them
at your
the-
school.
No,
Her mom
no.
had
My
standards.
school
Yeah,
was
my mom
not
was
a
just
school.
like,
It was a bunch of like gringos in South America trying to pretend like they were helping people.
But we had
It's
South
pretty
Americans as
yeah.
well, but they were just like we wanted the kids to like hear English of all kinds. So I guess in terms of pronunciation, there was like a special teacher for it,
Yeah.
but
Okay, well, if you've got a curriculum, you're fine. That's the lesson of that moment. If you plan ahead, they won't have that
I
problem.
don't know if they did because I remember like sometimes we have like speech competitions. Like, oh, that kid has like an RP accent.
What's
RP?
RP? Republic of.
No, what is it?
Maybe just
You
Republican.
know, when they write on their
Dude sounds
resume,
like a
they do
Republican.
RP accent. It's like a standard British that's like back in the day. It's
Ah.
like polished, like
Oh.
Oscar Wilde British.
You can
Old
do it.
English,
Then.
right?
Old
I can
English?
do it. Yeah.
Old English?
It's not a London accent. It's like a very posh. I need to like read text.
Tally house.
I'm trying to get ahead. New York City established 2002.
This Sunday we're going to the
There you go.
market.
She's like, I'm not a monkey.
Chop chop.
Act out. Act out.
Chin, chinny, chin, 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 chin.
Exactly.
Whenever John makes fun of
We're not
British people, that's the
shaking
accent.
with me.
Okay, I'll read this email. Wait, am I allowed to say this?
Yes.
Oh, this is secret stuff.
Read that
Secret
No,
stuff.
it's like
Read that
it's
email.
like
She is a
NDA
spy.
stuff.
One of you guys is a spy.
If images do not load, please check the email settings. You are receiving this email through the 2018 SAG Award nominating committee. We will occasionally notify you when seats become available at film nominating committee screenings. Please note, members of the Film Nom Com will receive priority seating.
That information
Cordially
is secret as fuck.
Yeah,
you-
secret as well.
The guests.
It sounds secret. It sounds very MI6-ish.
But it's not like London. It's
That's
not
lovely
like
though.
London.
That's really
Yeah,
like
it's-
calming and like
I
NPR
know.
telephone
I feel
voice.
nice.
You can just
now.
read stuff. That's have like smoke.
I know.
Not a monkey.
Just read
I
it.
know
a personality
It's like old
too.
It's like,
This is old news. Oh, what do you guys think of
Yeah, that's
old
it.
news?
Then you do
Cardi
do
Nikki.
one of the boxes. And,
Cardi and Nikki. Which team are you
Cardi and I don't have a team in this.
on? Cardi
I have
and
no
Nikki.
team in this.
Me neither.
No.
Who's Cardi and
Don't-
Nikki?
Cardi
Cardi
B and Nicki Minaj have a beef
Oh,
because
God.
somebody threw a shoe. I don't know the whole story.
That's so
Tell the story.
entertaining.
Do the backstory.
Tell me.
I mean,
You
basically,
know what happened?
like,
That's why you
I
question
think-
us. You know, because you know this information.
it's so stupid. There's,
How did y'all find out about this?
She
Facebook?
knows.
It's
I saw a
huge.
gist of it. It's huge.
Twitter?
I mean,
She has
that's
an inner
your
black woman
fashion
in her.
week. No,
Oh yeah.
No.
fashion week, yeah, so. I don't read fashion. I don't know. I'm very disconnected.
And-
Everywhere I'm like, why
Well,
are there extra
so
models?
she
and
like,
shit?
she basically, they got into a fight and Cardi was saying that Nicki insulted her, and you know, a lot of people say that Nicki insults them. How can you guys not care? Anyway, so,
Read other things.
I read
So-
videos.
so
I read
yeah,
stupid
so,
shit too, that's
so
just not my-
she got, Cardi took off her shoe and threw it, missed, got a knot in her head, she walked out with a big knot.
She got punched.
I think
Did Nicki
elbowed
punch
by a
somebody?
car, yeah,
By
not,
the
not,
car,
not
sorry.
me. I just think it's kind of
Yeah.
sad.
Cardi got elbowed by the guard.
So it's always,
She threw a
it's
shoe.
usually they get hurt by the guards.
It's a
So
show,
the guards are
you know.
pushing and pulling
Yeah, it's
everybody.
exciting.
It's not by the
Shit.
person they're trying to fight.
Yeah, but I feel like with all the shit that's going on, they should band together,
Yeah,
not
they should
not
absolutely.
be fighting each other.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
do
they
understand
should
where Cardi's
together
coming
away.
from, but I feel like, you know, if this is like shit we don't need right now, even though I love them, whatever.
Well, the news media will always be there to pick up on it. So,
What news do you watch?
then the ones that you read,
Facebook.
stories about them, whoever wrote these stories down. How do you know
That's where I
about
get
it?
my news.
I like the Daily Mail.
The Daily Mail.
I'm
I have a
big
smart
fan.
news app.
That's yeah. I smart. What is it
Smart,
called?
smart news.
I gotta get it because
Yeah.
I cannot say the Daily Mail. It's
Smart.
awful.
It gives me the
It's
gist.
rubbish. It's
And then,
horrible.
then my alarm is my on my Samsung. It says big screen. I guess that's my assistant. So I set my alarm to tell me the news, the gist of the news. So she
Oh,
reads
yeah.
the news.
She.
Yes, that's the she.
Can't listen to a male voice.
No, I was like, I'm not
It's like,
listening.
shut up.
Yeah.
It's like, why is GPS a woman? I always think about that.
I love it.
It's
Why
more
is she
calming.
just-
It's more inviting and less threatening, and
No,
You
but
can't-
that's
you can
no,
change
but
it,
I
can't
hear
you?
people that say, "Shut up, woman." I'm like, oh my god.
What are you
Trust
talking
me.
about?
What's
Like
up?
when people have like road rage and like can't find like
right.
they're like finding the direction and
I like
it's
the
like
ones where you can put the celebrity voice. Because like, my favorite right is Samuel Jackson.
Oh, right,
Oh.
right.
I love Samuel Jackson.
That'd be
Right.
great.
It's like 14
I would
hours.
do like
of
James
literally
Earl
buying-
Jones.
See, they started off with
James
Yoda
Earl
and
No.
Snoop Dogg.
No,
Yeah,
please.
Yoda, and then they got a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah, that was the
there was a bunch
How
of
long would
Yeah, please
you
invite
did
me.
voiceover? Like you did voiceover.
That's so good.
But so like how long? How many sessions would you need to like say all the words that you need?
for
Anyway.
Now Google has it online. They have you just read a bunch of stuff and then they program it in. It's kind of scary. The Google Duplex. Yeah, anybody can do it. I think most of it.
So I can record it for you.
I believe so. Like,
And I'm like,
I don't
Jimmy,
know
I told
how-
you.
I
Take
believe-
it right here. I told you.
I believe so. They have to read
You do
it.
it.
That's what he hears.
I was like, just turn
I'm
this
just
off.
yelling.
Just keep this on silence.
You need to take your vitamins. I'm fucking driving.
with the laugh.
Jimmy.
Sounds like her mom, Jimmy. Yes.
Yeah, but Google Duplex has that robotic sound, where it's what happened? They used it as a racist recording for Andrew McGill.
Really?
Yeah, they were setting up. I don't know
The
who
actor?
did it. Andrew McGill is the first black governor in Florida.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was definitely someone else. I was like, God,
So,
Spider-Man?
so what happened was somebody sent like this robotic message that was like he was like chucking it up like coded for him in Florida, but they use Google Duplex. You know when they take something and
Funny.
Well, I guess like if I
that's
was
supposed to be
obsessed-
positive.
Right,
If I'm
right.
obsessed with someone, I have to record the voice in the system and you talk.
But it's like a
Black
robot.
Mirror.
But
That
it,
is so you.
Well, people use like whenever they have a weapon, they'll find it. If they want to like change a message, use it to further their cause, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like even on the smallest version of that is tabloid magazine photos of people that look like they're in a horrible state, just to like further the story that they're like a criminal. But it looks like they're just in between two facial expressions and they're caught like in this, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
use
yeah.
that to support the story
Yeah,
of
because
this guy was
it's just been having a
accused of this.
conversation.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they like record you the whole time, and like the one time your face like makes a twitch, like you're like
Right.
sneezing, and you're like
Right.
that one.
They just do rapid fire
It's
photos and
devious.
catch the ugliest
that's why they
one.
follow them. They just keep taking pictures of them.
Right.
You know, and they save it for.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, weapons. Those are cool. Cultural weapons.
Cultural weapons.
A lot of those out there right now. It's an exciting time.
It is exciting. When do you think you guys will be
Cultural
ever?
weapons.
What's your
I'm sorry,
bar?
you guys are talking about like comic
wait,
things,
wait.
and I'm like, we should talk about some fucked up shit that's going on.
What's your bar for leaving, like going to Canada?
Oh, I don't have one. No.
Well,
I have dual
Argentina.
citizenship. I can escape to Israel.
Okay.
and
But I
go to
heard it
fucked
was
up countries
shit
whenever I
there
want
too.
to.
So.
What would make you hightail that to Israel?
If I thought that there was absolutely no room to say anything. No room at all. And I don't feel like it's there right now. You know? If there's no room, then I'll go to
What does no room mean?
I guess it means that if I feel like there are enough publications, enough examples of people being, I don't know if it's either
Off?
criminalized or their careers removed, but even the careers removed I'm not so sold on because I feel like you can always kind of reinvent yourself. But I've never been in that situation, so I don't know. But if there are enough examples where like it really feels like a fascist, you know, surrounding in every way, I don't know what that would look like. That's when I would probably hightail it out of here. But I think if it happens to America, it's going to be worldwide at that point. It's not going to be a thing you can escape from. So that's my answer.
Wow.
Does that make any sense? Is
I
that
feel so good right now.
really?
No, I feel super sad.
Well, how do you feel? Like, what's the state for you right now?
Well, I don't have one, right? So,
You don't
But-
have an idea of what the state is. What
Oh,
the state
oh,
is right now?
what-
or-
yeah. No, what I mean is like he's jumped beyond he's jumped beyond what I ever imagined. Like saying that he loves Kim Jong Un.
Oh, Trump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. Like I think arresting journalists
Yeah,
en masse
that's-
would be
yeah.
a really great.
That's a much clearer answer than I gave. That's lovely.
Well, you spoke it out, and I just
That's yeah.
encapsulated.
That works. That works.
I'll let you
What
answer.
made you go to Canada?
Yeah.
Or
Leave the country.
Well, it's tricky because I made a decision to come here because in some ways things are already so much better for me here because I've seen the other side. Like, I think the martial law for us ended when I was maybe 1 or 2. So
Yeah.
I didn't have to experience it, but certainly I saw, like my grandparents saw people being shot in public by the
Yeah.
government,
Right.
people being paraded around for being intellects. So honestly, like we sort of haven't had turmoil in just maybe the past short of 3 decades. So it's so funny, right? Like,
Yeah, you must
It's-
think of that when people complain about society
of course,
here.
they're like, oh,
Yeah.
or like the
There's-
fact that so little people know how crazy the Chinese government is. They have no idea. Like, I don't know if you know
Yeah.
the documentary. How do you say that? Documentary.
Documentary?
Documentary. Ai Weiwei came out.
Say it in the British voice.
oh, now with the patriarchy. What?
And it was really hard to.
That's a forced laughter because I wasn't.
It was very strange that people like were so shocked by the film. I just felt like Americans knew they were so oblivious of things, so oblivious of things. Like how they were.
Distracting. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just put that there while we're talking.
I'm sorry.
Are we ending her?
It's nothing.
That's just making a point, okay?
See, Americans don't care.
Yeah.
I'm the one
Our
that's
attention
right
span is
now.
so short. It'd be like, all right, well, sometime.
They're like, all right,
Like,
she's
what else? You like,
she's awful.
Let me just do my homework right now.
Look at that fly.
What's on the paper?
This
I would
paper's
say
due at
that
3, I gotta get
As
it
an
done.
American, I was pretty like there's a magazine called Worth, and they were listing the highest paid or the most powerful people, and it's Xi Jinping right now. And I was like,
Well,
Highest
I'm
paid?
considering
number 2.
Oh, but that's also
Who's
like
number 2?
officially paid. How much money do you think Putin has?
He's number 2.
He
Number
probably,
3.
I don't know. Who knows who these people are? They got money going through
In the world
channels.
or in China?
The power.
No, just power.
Oh, that's
Well,
what
yeah, he
it
also
wasn't.
controls like a sixth of the world's population for that to begin with, and then he's influencing the rest of the world.
Yeah,
So I can
he's
definitely imagine.
quite a smart guy. Yeah. Putin. We just ended with Putin. Welcome back to the conversation.
Okay, yeah, let's.
No, here's the thing. But
We're getting so
I don't know.
deep.
If I don't know, I work out so shit hits the fan. I would never leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If the shit hits the fan, no.
Yeah.
That's the world.
Right.
You know.
I know what you mean. I just,
You know,
I have,
chaos.
I have,
I love chaos.
I have family
I'm not gonna
there and
lie.
I have family here,
Yeah.
so it's kind of about that. But I actually moved. I left the States for 2.5 years, and I came back 2 months before the election. And all my friends were like, "Are you sure? Why not? Right now?"
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to be back there."
Yeah. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't know how bad shit is everywhere else. you
Some
know?
places it's good in different ways. Every place.
Where's the
is
place
fun.
that's better than it is right here?
People are
Even
talking
at
a lot
our
about. Well, I was
Where-
living in Berlin. We were talking about this
Amsterdam?
earlier, but Amsterdam, baby,
Netherlands.
great, you know,
It's
healthcare.
Amsterdam.
You know what I'm telling
You
you?
ride a bike everywhere. I
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Has,
I mean-
has their Wi-Fi? They got.
They probably have amazing Wi-Fi.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
you're from the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
Ha-
From the
How's their Wi-Fi in the
I
Bronx?
It's pretty fast.
That's not a
They
segue.
jump. They got
No, no, no,
hotspots
no, no, no. What I'm
everywhere.
saying is,
They
like,
figure out a
And you
way.
lived in
I
Delaware.
lived in Delaware.
Yeah, you did.
I love Delaware.
Wait, where'd you quit? No sales
Broke
tax.
up.
No, but he
No
met a
sales
woman in
tax.
Delaware. That's
Yeah, I was
relationships
with a
are
woman in
always
Delaware.
yeah.
Woman in
It's the
Delaware.
smallest thing.
You know, never met her, but
We,
The
no,
woman in
she was
Delaware.
like a fine woman. She
You would go to Delaware for a woman?
I went to Berlin. For,
See, I spent the first 5 years. I grew up in Florida, so I grew up in that.
so everywhere's better than that.
Yeah, I grew up in Florida. I like Florida. I like that slow pace, and everybody looked you in the eye and said hello, and yes ma'am, no ma'am, and
Oh, yeah.
sold lemonades.
So
And,
maybe Delaware was a
Still
good.
seems creepy in the South.
it's creepy as fuck, I guess now, but it was nice and slow, and it was like, you know, it was nice. You know, and then you come to
How
New
y'all
York,
doing?
and then you gotta fight for everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I had
But
to
it's
fight the
more.
first day I moved to New York.
What happened?
I was just shitty kids in New York. He's like, you new here? Oh, good job.
Wait, you grew up in
I grew up in the Bronx. Yeah, no, I grew up in the Bronx and I left home when I was about 13.
Okay, what's the story?
Got an academic scholarship to go to high school. You know,
Oh,
so
wow.
all white, mostly white high school in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
The ABC program, they take inner city kids and send them to good schools. But now, what's funny about that is that school is like 300 in like best schools in the country, and the second best school in the country is a block away from my house in the Bronx.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Bronx
Yeah.
Heights.
Yes.
Right. But
Bronx
it's just like if you were
Yes.
just stuck around in high school for
Bronx
another
is
5-10
hard
years.
to get in here to see the exam.
Yeah. But you still you still get it in. But the fact that
People
it's there, yeah. You know, it's so weird.
What was your
Right.
experience being in that environment?
I was like a superhero because I was one of the fastest kids in the country. So it
No
was
shit.
still different for me. Yeah. So I came
So it was positive.
before it was a little racist. I fought a couple times. I beat
yeah.
I had a fight with the state champion of wrestling. And then I joined the wrestling team. I had a fight with him in class because he said some bullshit about why do you have brown band-aids on? Band-aids for black people. And I just computed as racist. I was like, no, they're black. Why aren't they? I just punched him. Man. It's like, oh, you beat up Todd, you beat up Dan, and it's like, oh, it's a big deal. And then they called the newspaper. It's like state champion
So
wrestling.
then, yeah, you had to join the
I had to
wrestling
join
team.
the wrestling team.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to try out. But
That's
I-
a really
but I was-
honorable choice. A lot of
Yeah.
people would be like, no,
the
I
coach
already
was
won.
like, I need you. You wore this kid out. You wore him out.
That's
And we always
amazing.
became best friends.
We were best friends.
Yeah,
Cool
totally.
shit. That's a fucking story. And then, but I only, and I beat the station, but it was a 20.
See, that right there to me, and I'm probably going to take this in the wrong direction, but that to me shows why it's still, you should be allowed to flip out. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying a little bit too.
You should be allowed to flip out. You might be wrong, but you need to understand out loud what your feelings are.
So
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying about Cardi B. People are like, ugh. Like,
Great.
no, like, and I want them to be together and not fight each other, but like, how often, how many times have you wanted to take off your shoe and throw it at somebody?
Absolutely.
Every day.
And
There was a fight
and
on Chen
where
this
it's
morning.
warranted, where it's warranted though, you know,
Yes.
and yeah, I think because people haven't done that now, they're all angry and you know, it's crazy.
Well, I'm working on a bit right now about, because I was an extra
Working on what?
a bit.
Okay.
I was working on a,
Never say you're working on it.
I'm working on it. Well, it's because I was an extra on the Deuce, and yeah, I know. But it's really a paid gig. It was fun. It's like networking.
Some
Just
people
hang
are
out.
like, yeah, they want to work with you. So.
I don't.
No,
alright,
it's not
I
that,
shouldn't
it's just
criticize
like-
it yet, but I haven't really seen much of the show. But
Keep 'em out.
I was there, and I noticed this really crazy thing where the PA, or the AD, sorry, the PA, the AD would walk around, and he would have to keep all the extras quiet in between shots. We'd all start talking, and his method of doing it was, guys, everybody be quiet. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I've heard that so many times.
Yeah.
It's this
I don't-
aggressive politeness, and it's like everybody kind of gets disarmed because they're like, "Oh, he thanked us. We haven't even done anything yet. He thanked us already." Because back in the day, they would just fucking shout at you. You know what I mean? You're fucking fired if you don't shut up right now. You're extras. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be kind to you. But we're in this world now where we can't be mean to people, and everybody is working so hard to be friendly. And it's taking a lot of energy out of everybody. I can see it at work. I can see it. I work at a restaurant. I can see the managers talking that way.
See,
You know what I
the
mean?
opposite. I see people actually getting at each
Yeah, I
other.
saw a fight
You
this
do?
morning.
Yeah, like this, it was a real petty thing. This
I don't see it
black
that way.
woman and a white dude, and they're going for the seat. It's a New Yorker thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't like the way you looked at me. And he's like, I didn't look at you. I let you have the seat. And I'm like, you know what? Where did that come from? Like,
I was about to say if he didn't give her the seat, then the fight is valid. But if she got the seat, then I don't understand what else is the point.
she felt he was looking at her funny. And
Right.
I can't say because I didn't see it, but I'm just like, okay, this
After
is,
he gave it the seat.
yeah.
Right. Well, were they going for it at the
Yes,
same
they
time,
were.
and then
he probably was
he
like,
backed off?
yeah.
White guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And that they might have been able to be friends.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
They just were having some
Sorry,
feelings.
yes, sir.
All tired. Yeah, working like 50 hours a week. We all have to work that much, you know. I don't know, but I really just think we should be allowed to flip out. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Try to do your
Without
hardest to be
weapons.
respectful. Yes, without
Yeah.
weapons. But your words are like, like I just sometimes don't know what to do when I get angry, and I'm trying not to. I really am trying not to, but I it's hard to understand life. You know, it's difficult.
Do you have trouble expressing your anger?
Nah, hold on to it. Yeah, I do. I have anger issues. Absolutely. Yeah.
I have no problem because I'm not going to get shot by the cops.
Oh yeah. Is
That is harder. That is harder for you.
I can say whatever I want. I mean, I probably can't work in a corporate office because I will tell
Yeah.
someone.
Cops are called a lot faster.
No, but that's
Yeah,
actually
it
really
goes
good
there.
point.
All right.
It is. I can say whatever I want, and
Well,
I
right.
do because like
Yeah.
a construction worker was like, hey, baby, and then we ignored him, and he's like, hey, you Chinese bitch, what you said, like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll suck after I suck your mothers. And he was so angry, and I was so satisfied. But people don't expect that, and
Yeah, that's what I work out.
but yeah, I'm realizing like, oh, that's because of the package.
Well,
you ever
yeah.
been arrested?
I have not, but my relative was. I've been to Rikers to visit. I've been upstate to visit. I've been to the Tombs. And actually, I
What are
probably
the
will talk
Tombs?
about it. So in between going to Rikers or upstate, you go to the Tombs in Chinatown. It's this building with horizontal slats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you see that building, that's where it's called the Tombs.
They have a building like that in Chicago too. Yeah, their slats are.
Just
are
No, I was it.
What did you do?
I did a thing.
So my relative, but actually I really love.
It was so peaceful. I had a good sleep.
Only you. But have a good spin.
I
going
could
to
sleep. I could sleep anywhere. I could sleep anywhere. I had a good nap, and the cops
There you
were
go.
cool. That caused no trouble. I did a little yoga.
Nice. Yeah, see, he's progressive.
That's the difference between getting
Yeah,
arrested in your
I'm
20s
a
versus arrested in your
now
30s.
I can just
Yeah.
meditate away.
And
Other
that's
kids are
how
like,
you
yeah, motherfucker, went to see you. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think you can't arrest anybody for doing yoga.
No,
I think
you
that's
can't. I'm
impossible.
already arrested. I'm already in there. Nobody's bothering me.
Oh, I see. You were doing it. Oh, I thought you were saying you got arrested for
No,
sleeping
no.
in public somewhere.
No, I'm sleeping.
Oh,
That too.
Oh yeah, my friend's not enough ticket for that.
Sleeping in public.
Not a red.
No, she was like
Yeah,
on the subway.
yeah.
She was
All
like
right.
picking up.
yeah.
And then
Okay,
finish your thought, and then we'll close it out.
it's too late.
Finish.
Finish
I don't
it.
remember.
You were talking about.
Oh. She like leaned down to pick up something.
So anyway, I was
like,
gonna say
you're
something else
sleeping.
we were talking about.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It's not funny. What happened? What happened?
Okay.
It's too late.
Tell
What are we
them
doing
where
now?
they can find you.
The Esther Chen _
Yeah, shows.
Yes, I have one on the cellar on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, I have one on the cellar on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah. I think.
Sell it. Yeah.
It's on Monday.
Wait, is that the one with Louis C.K. or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should go there more to see.
We'll
if
talk
I-
about that next week when you come back.
Oh, I have no, I'm just trying. I'm Natalie Kim NYC on Twitter and Instagram, and I one on the 23rd and I forget, and then on the 13th at QED.
Nice.
Yeah. So I do have a couple things to plug. I'm
Yes.
doing a new podcast as well. It's called This Isn't Right.
New podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Were you inspired by this shitty podcast? And
No,
you was like, hey,
not
I
at
think
all.
I can do that.
I wasn't. No. I like your podcast, but it was not a source of inspiration for me. It's not. That's the truth. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
But I enjoy this podcast very much. But my podcast is me sitting alone in my living room talking for 22 minutes, and I'm just trying to see if anyone will listen for 22 minutes.
What's it about?
Well, every episode's different. A lot of most of it's been about women because that's what's on my mind most of the time. So, Me Too stuff.
They're not cutting them off.
Yeah, that. I talk about that, and also telling them that they should speak more, like I just did as well. If you remember that.
Such an oxymoron.
It is. It's funny how that works.
You should talk, but you
contradiction.
should stop talking.
That was making fun of you, though. That was just a joke.
But you also did it twice in this podcast.
No, I didn't. I cut. Oh, I may have cut you off
I
once,
need
but
you.
she did. Anyway,
It's fine.
I was talking. The man was talking, everybody.
Give
Is
us a
that
light.
light?
All right.
So I'll finish up just saying I produce a show now in Brooklyn called the Dead End Comedy Show. It's becoming second Tuesdays every month. You should all come out. We'd love to have you. The next one's this coming Tuesday. It's at Herbs on Beekman, which is off the Q Train Prospect Park. Saturday I'll be at the Parkside Lounge, and with Menno Fernandez. He co-hosts the show in Brooklyn with me. And tonight I'll be at the Grizzly Pear hanging out at 7 o'clock with Comedy Mob and enjoying myself. So, and I'm on Facebook.
I'm gonna be there tonight as well.
Okay, we'll see each other.
Good job.
I'll definitely be almost as funny as you because you're in the cellar, but I'm not that good. Yeah.
You're still the seller. Give it up for
Yeah.
them. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Let's just take a
It's
rest.
been another episode of The People's Mic. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you can find
Thank you, Jim.
podcasts. Thank you. My website, JimPeoples.com. We're
Yep.
here every day, Monday to Friday. Idle Shrunken Head, 2:15, right before The People's Mic at 3 p.m. Where else? You can find it on Alexa. Just say, hey, this is actually, go to Alexa, I want to see episode. This is episode 200, so this is dope.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you.
If I'd known two people, I'd feel so bad. Anyway.
I don't want to take my phone off without taking your phone off. Let me grab my phone too.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir.